What's up, gaming family? Sega Man back here with another video. And today is another verse video, and I haven't did them in a little while, but these are two great games from the Sega Genesis that I love near and dear to my heart. Still this day, I still play them to this day. They're both shmups. They're both shoot 'em up, side-scrolling games. They are awesome. I had years and years of fun with these games. They're both good, but one can only be the victor and be my favorite out of the two. I do love both very much, but this was a hard decision I had to make for these two games that I'm doing today versus on. And they were just near and dear to my heart with the Sega Genesis. They are highly up in price right now. They need to bring this game back, in my opinion. Make it fresh and new, for the newer consoles out there today, like the Xbox One X and the Switch and PlayStation. If you like shoot 'em ups. So let's get into it, guys, in this verse video. And the two games we're going to review today, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them, is Thunder Force 3 and Lightning Force for the Sega Genesis. Both great shoot 'em up games in that era and genre of gaming back in my day, and they're both great games. So let's talk about Thunder Force 3 first. The graphics for the time, for the 16-bit era for shoot 'em ups, were the best on the Sega Genesis, hands down. I have shoot 'em ups for the Turbo Graphics. I have shoot 'em ups for the Super NES. You know what I mean? But nothing could beat the shoot 'em ups on the Sega Genesis. They are the godsend of shoot 'em ups, in my opinion, back in that day for shoot 'em up games. Shmup games was the Sega Genesis, and I own a lot of them. Now, there are some of them I don't own, you know what I mean? But they are the best when it comes to those kind of games, and I love them. I buy them all on my Xbox One X. Anyone that comes out, I buy them all. There's a one on there that I want that's a Hell bullet shooter. It's a little up there in price. When that comes down, believe me, I'll have it. You know what I mean? But let's talk about Thunder Force 3. It's made by Technosoft. Technosoft needs to release these games on the newer systems, man, and with a fresh batch of side-scrolling graphics and 2D, 3D backgrounds would be awesome if they would do that today. But Thunder Force 3, I got a long time ago in the 90s. The first board boss is very awesome. It's like a dragon type, alien type boss. Just the special effects and the graphics were really detailed and awesome. The color and the backgrounds, the 2D backgrounds were beautiful. The waterfall on the next board that comes down into the rocks and your ship goes past is just awesome. The power-ups you can get were awesome in here. Like Wind, that was one of them. Kanta was one of them. And there was this one homing one that were they were these big white balls, and anywhere the enemy ships would go would just hit it and blow it up. I mean, it was awesome, and I believe that might have been Kanta. It's named some of them. Win something, Wincom. They were these voices on there, like a Japanese type voices, and every time you got a power up, you would hear it, and they would tell you a description of that power up. But it was a great game. I beat this game. You know what I mean? It was a little bit challenging. But it is an awesome side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, guys. It is a masterpiece, in my opinion, in the shoot-'em-up era. You know what I mean? It will never be forgotten by me. The boss fights in here were really awesome, and all in the whole game. The whole presentation of the opening and beginning of Thunder Force 3 was awesome too. You get a little story into the game. It was very well done, in my opinion. And it was very good. So let's get on with Lightning Force. Now, Lightning Force is a very, very, very awesome game that Technosoft have brought out I guess before they went under. You know what I mean? They made Thunder Forces for the Saturn. I have that, but this one here, they upped the ante. Graphically, it was stunning, beautiful 16-bit graphics, 16 megs of beautiful side-scrolling bosses, and it was just awesome. The same thing came back with the Wincom, and the power-ups were awesome. There was totally different bosses in here, a lot more challenging, If you put this game on hard, even on normal, very challenging. You will die all the time in these shoot 'em up games. And there was just a few awesome boards on here, and the music was so unforgettable in the Lightning Force and Thunder Force games. You can go on YouTube today and see people talking about how beautiful the music was in these Sega Genesis shoot 'em up games, and Lightning Force is just one of the best ever. While you're sitting back playing this shmup game, the backgrounds were awesome. Where there's a sandboard, where there's buildings that are swallowed up from the sand, and your ship is going past while you are fighting bosses. It is very awesome, and the boss fights were a lot harder on this game, a lot harder, but it was very well done. If you might be able to see a little bit of the graphics on here, some of the boards that were in the game. It was very awesome. I also finished this too. And it was a really hard decision, guys, to tell you point blank with both of these games. But with Thunder Force 3 and Lightning Force, which are both great games, I highly recommend these games if you get a Sega Genesis, guys. You're not going to find these on any other system except for the Sega Genesis. You might find them on that emulator called Meme, maybe, if you don't own a Sega Genesis, and you can try it on there. But the best way to play this, guys, is on the original hardware, which is the Sega Genesis. So who will be the winner for Sega Man this time? So I am going to give the victor to Lightning Force. Lightning Force just ups the ante, and it tops some Thunder Force 3 just a little bit. But I recommend both of these games, guys, if you get into shoot 'em ups. They're great for your Sega Genesis. Try to pick them up for a cheap price online. If you see them at a yard sale or a flea market or anything like that, try to pick them up, or Goodwill. You know, I've never seen these ever at flea markets, yard sales, or anything, but where you live, you might come across these games. Pick them up. Keep them until you get a Sega Genesis, and I guarantee you 100% you will enjoy these games. So that is it today, guys, for the Versus video. I hope you enjoyed the video I did today. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel and supporting me. I really appreciate it, guys. You know that. You know I will always subscribe back to you. If you have anything that you put up on your channels, I will talk about it in the comment section. I will even subscribe back to your channel. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Leave any comment sections below, any comments in the comment section below, and let me know what shoot 'em up games you like. If there's shoot 'em up games that you like that are on different systems, let me know in the description down the bottom. You know, I will respond back to you like I always do. So thank you, guys, and peace out. And always remember, Xbox for life for me. Peace.